Hello, good evening, and welcome to what will be our very first Rototom Sunsplash Reggae University session in Prague. And we are delighted to be with you here in Prague. Those of you who are familiar with Rototom Sunsplash, you would know that it's reggae's the largest European festival devoted to reggae. And it's been going for quite a number of years now, already celebrating the 20th anniversary. Festival started in Spain, in Italy, and moved to Spain some years ago. And we've been holding regular public discussion forums with some of the performers at Rototom each year. And just in case you're not already familiar with me, my name is David Katz. I'm the author of 3 books about Jamaican music. I'm based in London, where I'm basically a music, arts and culture journalist there. And the other end of the table here, we have my good friend and colleague Pier Tosi, a broadcaster from Bologna, Italy, who has also co-authored a book about reggae in Italian. And we are very privileged to have with us this evening one of the someone who I would say qualifies as a living legend in the history of Jamaican popular music. A man who has made an incredible contribution to the music. Someone whose career has lasted a good many decades, and yet he's still going strong.
I do.
So, please, without further ado, put your hands together and give a warm Rototom and Friends Prague welcome to Winston Pipe Matthews of the Wailing Souls.
Thank you very much, brothers and sisters. It's good to be here also, and it's my pleasure to give you all information that you may need about whatever you may want to know.
So, I'd like to start this session, Pipe, just to bring the audience here back to the formation days of this great group. And that takes place in the district of Trenchtown.
Oh yes, we are all from Trenchtown. We all grow up in Trenchtown, and all of us have music in us, you know what I mean, because music was always there. And it's like, we usually call Trenchtown the music village.
So, can you tell the good people here in Prague a little bit about what the environment was like in Trenchtown in those days when you were growing up?
Well, in those days in Trenchtown, it was a very nice place, you know, because what really happened, we have elders who used to tell us how to carry ourselves, how we should live, and how we should go about things. And we usually have very good times together. We play sports, a lot of sports like soccer, cricket, you know, and table tennis, and all different kind of things. And it was like a unified family together there.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about, you're saying that you all had music in you. How did you come to realize this, and how did it evolve until you formed an actual group?
Well, first of all, for myself, I started singing when I was 10, between the ages of 10 and 11. And all I get to know, I really had the talent, was that the elders used to have like a talent parade every evening, and I always win. You know, so they said, "Oh man, you're the Pied Piper, man, every evening you win," you know, so, you know, it was just like a gift from the Almighty to do music and to spread the message to people with good vibes, you know, positiveness, you know, at all times.
But Pipe, was it a street contest or
at school?
No, it's just a yard vibe.
Okay, yard vibes, okay, family vibes. But you were...
These elders were there in the evening, you know, as older people, you enjoying themselves, having smokes and things like that.
And did you pass through some theater contests as the Verjons or that kind of stuffs as other performers? Do you remember the Verjons opportunity with people like Ken Booth or?
Oh yes. Ken Booth was one of the men that was always around us. He was one of the men that came back from the United States because what really happened, we were singing, but at the same time our parents wanted us to go to school. And Ken Booth was a man that was always traveling, and he came back to Jamaica one time and he said to us, "What you guys doing? The people are asking for you guys. You guys cannot stop singing anymore. You have to continue singing," and we never turned back from that. We keep going and going, and there were so many talented singers in Trenchtown. We have Alton Ellis, we have Bob Marley, we have Joe Hicks, and we have Delroy Wilson. It's like the cream of the crop of Jamaica music was there.
And can you tell us how you did start, which year, and which kind of songs were harmonizing as the very early Wailing Souls, very early days?
Well, we were taught by the same teacher as Bob, who was Joe Hicks, and our main prospect was to listen to a lot of American groups that were singing harmonies. And we build our harmony from those groups, by creating our own stuff. Because remember, we're from the Caribbean and these guys are from the United States, so it's a totally different environment. We do music to the things that we have been through, the things that we have feel, and the things that we have seen outside happening in the world. So we came up in a way where everything was taught to us professionally.
Yes, and so before we continue, just also, now that we've got the second founding member of the Wailing Souls with us, please put your hands together and welcome Lloyd Brett McDonald of the Wailing Souls. So, Brett, we've been discussing...
Greetings.
Yeah, you might need to pull the microphone forward a little bit.
Yeah, greetings.
Yeah. So we've just been discussing a little bit about these early days in Trenchtown and how you all began singing. So maybe you can tell the good people gathered here a little bit about your own experience. When did you first realize that you had talent? What kind of material were you impressed with at that time?
As I heard Pat was already saying, we grew up in a community where there's a lot of singing going on. There wasn't much except for like sports, badness, like gunmen or, thieves, cricket, football. So you have to make a choice pretty soon. You gotta choose between sports, music, or the gun. Unfortunately for us,
We chose music.
Because the guys who we associate with were musicians, as Pipe was saying, like our elder Joe Higgs, Alton Ellis was next door, Delroy Wilson was next door, and Peter, Bonnie, Bob were around also, and a lot of Rasta man, and we as the younger guys would be there and listening to them quoting stuff from the Bible, and most of our songs were based upon things from the Bible, phrases out of the Bible, because that always attracts us. So to continue, usually after we finish playing sports, we live right in front of the park on First Street. After we finish playing cricket or soccer, whatever season it was, we would go towards the kitchens. Nobody cooks in the kitchens, so we guys had that as our rehearsal places.
Okay.
So we would go there, and then with the more established singers, whether it's Bob and the Wailers or Alton Ellis or Ken Booth or people is always passing through, would pick up the singing, and then we would be there holding the harmonies, and Joe Higgs would be a man who was like a choir master. If you're not singing properly, he would say, you are singing off key, you need to pick it apart, so on and so forth. So that's where it basically started, and then you have Pipe, who has already started recording from quite an early age, probably about 10, 11 age. Pipe recording his first thing.
So what was that?
I did this song, I had to do it, and we were called the Schoolboys.
Yeah, Schoolboys, yeah.
And I did the song for Prince Buster. And this song was really come about. We had a friend by the name of Paul Folks, and his sister was named Dill.
Okay.
So I wrote a song of that girl called Little Dilly.
Okay.
And that song went #1 in Jamaica.
Ah.
You know, and that was my first groove to show me that there was the music in me.
And who was the other person in that duo?
He was this guy was named Colin Johnson.
Okay.
I live on 1st Street and he live on 2nd Street.
Okay.
But right now he's in Philadelphia.
And did you do other recordings together?
We did a couple songs, but what really happened, we had a show, and I'm glad you asked me this. We had a show with all these veterans on it, like Jimmy Cliff, and a lot of the old guys, Val Bennett, Blues Busters, and we were supposed to do a show in Palladium in Montego Bay. But what really happened, at that time, the British have this soccer pool where you buy your soccer pool game, and
Like a lottery?
yeah, his father said he couldn't go. He had was going post his football thing. So I say, you know what happened? I'm going to go. At that same time, as I was going down the street, here comes Bob.
Okay.
He said to me, he said, Pipe, what's happening? I said, well, I'm going to Montego Bay today, you know. He said, I'm just coming from there. He said, where you going to work? I said, I'm going to work at the Palladium. He said, man, those people down there are very tough, you know. So I went and I did the show, and I did a great show. And Jimmy Cliff came up to me and he said, look at you, you're good. You're good, little youth, and everybody was congratulating me that was on the bill.
Okay.
You know, and then I just got that energy from that time, you know, to just go forward and never look back.
Okay, so Brett, you were talking about, so you were already aware that Pipe had done some recording.
Yeah, yeah.
And you were all there rehearsing at those abandoned kitchens.
Yeah, rehearsing at the kitchen, but then after a while now, I think Pipe took a break because his parents wanted him to really
Engineer.
education, you know.
Yeah.
So, back in those days, nobody was making a good living singing.
Right.
You know what I mean? So our parents, my parents do wanted to have a good education, so I passed a scholarship and went to St. George Technical High School, and then Pipe was apprentice engineer also. And so Pipe took a break from the singing. But just professionally, because every night we would sing, or every day we would still sing.
I see.
Go by the kitchen, because we live on the same street, very close. And a bunch of us, so, you know, I'm always saying to Pipe, hey Pipe, you need to get back into the singing, you know, you need to form a group. And then it would be me and Pipe, there was another friend named Sadi, who he loves the singing too.
Yeah, I remember.
He really loved it.
Norman.
He was always going up the cocks. Like,
Yeah, Norman.
Turning them down.
I see.
You know, so I guess when the time was right, this other guy named George A, everybody called him Buddy. Myself, him and Pipe get together, break off out of the congregation and start kind of doing our little thing.
Okay.
And we have this elder, he was an accountant working down by Federal Records at the time. And he had access to a lot of the music that was happening down by Federal Records. So he was down there and he heard them say they need some background vocals for one of Jamaica-based musician, Ernest Ramplin, the guitarist,
Right.
great guitarist, and he's doing an album and they need background vocals. So right away he told them, hey, I got perfect guys for you now. I've got a group up in a trench town where them guys can do it. So he came to me and Pipe and Buddy, and we had gotten ourselves a name by Renegades at that time.
Okay.
And he came and said, guys, Ernest Rundle is doing a project, and I told him that you guys could handle it. So come down to Federal at such and such a time, and we went down there, did the work, they loved it, and Ernest Rundle loved it. That album came out, did well, and they offered us a contract. So after we finished did that, there was this English lady doing a project.
By the name of Pamela Bly. Pamela Bly.
Pamela Bly, yeah. And she did a song called Somewhere My Love, and we did background vocal. That song shot to #1 also, so we kind of started getting.
Was this still at Federal?
Federal Record. It's now Tough Gang, owned by Bob Marley.
Yes.
Marcus Garvey Drive.
Yeah.
So you started to make a little name for yourselves there at Federal.
Yeah.
And then how and when did you end up at Studio One with a name change? Or what else happened between then?
Well, what really happened, we were, as Brett said, we were always singing at evening time, because we would come home, we play a little soccer if it's soccer season. If it's cricket season, we play a cricket. Sometimes we would stand on the corners and mess around with the girls coming from work, all right? All right? So it's like, after doing all those things, we decided that we wanted to do a song. Well, we had 2 songs at that time that was really ready, because...
Before that, Body decided
Yeah.
to go.
Okay.
He was a talented artist, so he wanted
to go back to art school.
Okay.
So, he did that. So he left me and Pipe alone now. So, we started singing by ourselves and said, you know what, we need some other guys. So by this time, Joe Gibson came into the picture. No, not yet.
No, he wanted us to know how we reached Studio One.
Studio One first,
We
yeah.
had 2 songs.